Emotional agility is one of the key skills of emotional intelligence. And in this video, we're going to look at the what, the why, and the how of this building block. How can we start to actively use this skill in our life? Now for me, emotional agility is at the top of the building blocks for a reason. It's a tough skill to acquire, but can have the greatest impact in our lives. The term was pioneered by Susan David, a psychologist at Harvard Medical School. And it's our ability to work with our emotions, to not automatically react to our emotions, and instead to intentionally choose how we respond to them. What does that actually mean? Well, let's dig a little bit deeper into the word agility. And for me, whenever I think of agility, my mind goes to sports. So I've got a quick clip for us now of Connor McDavid. He's the best hockey player in the world. And this clip is him against a defender, Morgan Rielly. And it showcases his incredible agility.
Against Morgan Rielly. McDavid, what a move! What a play!
Now I want to show a quick clip from a commentator giving a little bit of analysis into Connor McDavid's agility.
And as soon as he saw Morgan Rielly attempt a crossover, McDavid with one step was by him before he could blink.
Now, the learning that I want to draw from these clips is Connor McDavid's incredible ability to respond to the information in real time. He saw when Morgan Rielly's skate was moving from right to left, and that's when he made his move towards the goal. And translating this back to emotional agility, in our lives, when we have different stimuli, different emotions coming in, we want to have that same ability to gather that information in real time, recognize our emotions, so that we can use that as effectively as possible to work towards our goal. On to the why. Why am I learning about emotional agility? Well, let's actually get started on emotional rigidity, the opposite of emotional agility, and tease out some learnings from the contrast. So I have a few examples that I want to share with you. I'm scared, I'm nervous about what people will think about my video. It's never been perfect. I've never been able to get it to the level that I want to get it to. I'm not going to upload it. I'm just going to stay right here in my comfort zone. I'm bored. Again, I don't have anything to do. I'm just going to grab my phone and start scrolling away the hours. I'm overwhelmed by this project, uncertain about how to get started. I'm just going to ignore that and do something a lot easier. I've always made the team before, and I'm confident I know I'm going to get selected again. So why spend the time practicing if I don't need to? In all of these examples, we have our patterns, our ingrained reactions to our emotions. And they're rigid, they're hard to change. It's like a dominoes effect. You feel a certain emotion, and it creates a chain reaction. In contrast, emotional agility is being aware of our emotions, recognizing them early, and then choosing a different response. So that's my why of emotional agility, to be able to respond to my emotions and decide how I show up in my life. And I still have a long way to go. There's lots of different times in my life where an emotion comes in, and I react in that ingrained habit, in that ingrained way. But I'm doing my best to listen to my emotions, to recognize them, to be aware of them, so that I can respond in a way that I've chosen. On to the how. How can we start to practically apply the skill of emotional agility into our lives? Well, as you can see here, I've got a tool for us. It's a 4-step process that we can use when an emotion comes in and we want to choose how we respond to it. So let's dive in. Now, A stands for awareness, and this is the first step. If we're not aware of our emotions, then we're going to have a very hard time working with them and choosing how we respond to them. So start here, start by recognizing our emotions, being aware of our emotions in real time. Now the P stands for pause. So once that emotion comes in, we want to take that quick moment to pause. And this can look different in every situation we're in. It can be those deep breaths, it can be standing back from a situation, it can be having a sip of water, it can be standing up from the desk if we've been there too long, it could be doing a little stretch, whatever works in your situation. Now the E stands for evaluate. And what we're doing here is we're taking a moment to listen to our emotions, to acknowledging them to ourselves, expressing them to ourselves, or to others in those relevant situations. It's taking our time to understand, okay, am I feeling any other emotions? What options do I have? Just taking that time to evaluate the emotions and evaluate the space that we're in. And the X stands for execute. And this is about choosing the response that most resonates with you and that can help move you towards your goal or whatever it is that you're moving towards. So that's the Apex tool. And it's a 4-step process that gives us the ability to be agile in our approach to our emotions. If you have any tools that you use to work on your emotional agility, please send them my way. I'm always trying to build my toolkit and learn different ways of working with my emotions. So yeah, just drop it in the comments or send me a message, whatever works for you. The last thing I want to say is that the other building blocks feed into emotional agility. So we want to build our muscles and those skills as well. And we saw this in the Apex tool. Awareness directly contributes to our ability to be agile. We need to be aware of our emotions in real time, then also our patterns and our triggers so that we can work with them. And then expression and empathy both come into that evaluation stage that we can express our emotions to others and to ourselves, releasing them, releasing that pressure. And then empathy, understanding the emotions of others, how that's affecting you, but then also when we're choosing our response, how our emotions might affect others as well. So links to all these are in the description below, so you can go ahead and check those out if you want to build your skills in any of those areas. And happy improving.